What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Apocaflix Now, coming to you live from Sacramento, California. This is our main show on Apocaflix Movies, where we talk movies, obviously, and a bunch of other stuff. You know, we talk television, movie news topics, and we have a few fun little segments that we got going on here. I am your host, Jacob Bartley, and I have the whole crew again today. I have Mr. Keith Barnes to my right over here, Mr. Jake Berlin behind the controls, Gio Ramos over there on the couch, sitting next to Brian Avalosino. How's everybody doing, man?
It's good.
Crazy week.
I all of a sudden have to pee. What a terrible time to go.
Oh my goodness! I just went right before we started, but you could switch the cameras if. Do you have a shot without you in it?
Yeah, the four-way betwing you four.
Yeah, man.
Cup there was something that looks like
you'll hear me
already.
Streaming in the background, which wouldn't be a good thing.
So. What was the thing from about Superman? Granny's tea.
Oh yeah, sweet tea. Sweet peach tea. Sweet peach tea. I think it was.
Well, they don't know why, because your tea.
Oh yeah,
literally
Jake.
looks like...
Look, there it is. There's
Was
Granny's
that-
sweet
was
tea.
that peach?
Piss in the jar
Yeah.
called Granny's peach tea.
Because it was a lot.
It was from Lex Luthor. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he spent
he
a
must
week
have-
peeing in there.
100%.
I'll never forget the audience in the theater started laughing because they caught on right away. I don't know if they were laughing because it was clever or laughing just because it was, man, I don't know.
What a weird.
Who's the actress who was playing
Holly Hunter.
She was great in that role.
She's great in everything. We don't see her a lot
Incredible.
anymore.
Mrs. Incredible. What's her name?
Like
Miss Incredible. Elastic Girl.
She was she was
I
one of
love
the
her
best parts of
voice.
that movie.
Yeah, her
to be
Voice
honest.
is so recognizable.
I don't
She's
think
awesome.
I don't think there's one bad performance in that movie, honestly.
Raising it. Okay, listen. Let's not.
Oh, let's.
Are we talking
come
about
on,
the?
Let's
No,
not do this
he's
today.
talking about the Incredibles.
Let's not do
Bad
this today.
performance.
Yeah, we're not getting into that. Sorry, Jake. Sorry,
Yeah,
Jake.
But the Snyder cut though.
I don't want to do this every Saturday.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it went from the Granny's tea, but whatever. My bad.
Literally started the show talking about pee.
Yeah. Well,
That is true. This is your
thank
fault.
Jake Berlin for that.
Hey,
Those aren't in my notes. That's not in my notes.
What do you mean? It says in parentheses. It says open the show
Open with
pee.
pee.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No. Real talk though, really quick. Everyone knows about the Kobe Bryant tragedy. Him and his daughter and the 7 other victims, and we just wanted to take some time to talk about Kobe and his daughter and those victims. I mean, we don't know much about them, the other victims, so we don't want to minimize that tragedy at all. But, you know, we all are big sports fans and we grew up watching Kobe. So we just want to talk about Kobe a little bit and maybe just, you know, talk about our experience with what happened that day and a little bit of just like favorite Kobe moments. And I just wanted to say, like, kind of to make people try to understand. And by the way, I'm a big Lakers fan. I grew up a Lakers fan. I've always been a Lakers fan. Kobe Bryant was my favorite basketball player ever. And I'm not just saying that because he passed away. You can ask anyone who's known me. That's always been the case. And so this was like one of my childhood heroes dying, which is crazy. But for me, it's like I was trying to think about what we can compare it to. And I was trying to, if you look at how serious us as fans get about fictional characters in movies. So we get attached to the Luke Skywalkers, the Tony Starks, those characters, right? And look at how upset people get when fictional heroes that they've been following for the rest of their whole life die. Like, people were like in tears when Iron Man dies in Endgame. I'm sure, I mean, Luke's death wasn't really sad. It was more of like
Disappointing.
it was disappointing, but people were extremely upset about that. So that's in fiction. Like, so imagine you looking up to this basketball icon the same way you look up to those fictional characters, but he was real and he really died tragically. Like, that's the best way I can try to explain it to help people who aren't basketball fans understand. And I haven't talked to you guys much about it, but like, it has really, really affected me very, very much. I'm thinking about it 24/7 since it happened. And it's so weird. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. Like, obviously I didn't know him. He was somebody like a celebrity, but he was so much more than that. And I've talked about him a lot. I did a separate video on that, but I just want to get your guys' thoughts. Like, you guys aren't Lakers fans, but you're still basketball and sports fans.
Well, the one thing, and it's funny. This morning, the Kings Twitter page, they posted about 20 different clips,
and they're playing today
of the
too,
times that Kobe played against us. And we're from Northern California, and I'm not a Lakers fan. I, as far as a basketball player, and it's just being a fan, like I despised Kobe. Like I despised him because
that's what we do in sports.
Because as a Kings fan, we had battles. Like when I was a kid, the early 2000s, it was literally the Western Conference. It was the Kings and Lakers.
Game 7.
Kings and Lakers, constantly.
I think it was 2002.
Every single year, it was Kings and Lakers, and he beat us all the time. All the time. It was him and Shaq and him and Robert Horry and this whole crew of Derek Fisher, this entire team, but Kobe was always at the center of it. Always at the center of it. And I remember seeing those battles and just despising this guy because of how great he was on the court. And that's nothing away from what he did off the court as well. I mean, LeBron mentioned it last night at his speech that the last 3 years he showed everybody how to be a dad. He showed everybody how to be a dad with his kids, and it's pretty crazy that this happened. And I will say this too: one of the other victims, John Antebelli, the coach, I actually played against his team when I was at Cuesta College in San Luis Obispo. Orange Coast was in our league, and I don't remember him specifically, but I played against him, and he was the head coach there. And which is very surreal.
So really quick on that. So my grandpa, Olin Bartley, he's a baseball guy. He was golfing with the assistant coach of his assistant coach at OCC. And my grandpa was with him when they called him.
Wow.
And he ran off the golf course crying.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, so.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of the same with you as far as I grew up in the Bay Area, so Warriors fan. And it's just Kobe would kick our butts all the time. Warriors were trash, and they'd fill the stadium just to go see him play against the Lakers, play against the Warriors, even if the Warriors would get blown out. So he was a person. I don't think you finished what you were saying, Jake. We hated Kobe on the court, but you respect him off the court, and I think that's same with LeBron. You may hate him on the court, like I do, hate him on the court, but you respect him, and he's a great person off the court. So, I mean, that's the same thing with Kobe, obviously. You're Celtics.
Yeah, as a Celtics fan,
man, Kings fan, Warriors fan, Celtics fan, and like all opposing forces of Kobe's. Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you, those from 2008 to 2011, 10, those finals, NBA finals, we beat Kobe one year. Kobe beat us. Kobe and the Lakers beat us. Let me tell you, he was somebody who, made watching basketball games stressful, nervous, because the guy was so great, obviously at what he was able to do on the court. It's art, it's very much art, just how he played the game and his knowledge of the game and how he was a leader on the court. To your point, Jacob, it's very much what they did and how that impacted our lives. I think about Paul Walker and how he passed away. Furious 7 was, and we'll talk about Fast and Furious later, but Furious 7 was so beautiful, like in the way that they sent a character off, somebody who was a big part of our lives, outside of our work lives, what we do in our personal lives, watch movies, watch sports. It's those people that make it entertaining, that make us connected with them, with the art. And so for us, it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but for those who it is, it's much more. It really helps us look at things differently in the world, not just the art, but people in general and how people treat each other. And so it's still shocking to see. Anytime I see a photo, a headline, it's still like
Doesn't feel real.
Yeah, it doesn't feel real.
It really doesn't feel real.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. I have not been able to get over it, to be honest. Kobe Bryant's about 6 months older than me, and so he. I remember in Slam magazine, because I collected Slam magazines since I was in 9th grade. So I remember hearing about him his senior year, and he was going to enter the draft, and it was. I don't want to go too far into it. You and I'll talk about it later when we do our thing. But it was a big deal for a wing player to be coming out of high school and entering a draft. It was a big deal for Kevin Garnett to do it the year before. And so it was a real, like, who is this kid? Who does he think he is? Going to enter the NBA draft? He's a 6'7" guard. And his rookie year was my senior year in high school. And so seeing his highlights, and it wasn't like today where you can watch NBA games every night. Like, I had to wait until Sports Center the next morning to see highlights. And plus, obviously, living on the East Coast. And I'm like, I've never seen anyone like this. Obviously, this was right in the middle of Michael Jordan. And his rookie year was the 72-10 Bulls.
The 96.
Yeah, so it was like, it was the NBA was, man, it was something at that time. But seeing him coming in the league doing what he did, it really... as a basketball player, and I'm a basketball player, I'm a basketball lifer. Like, I'm just basketball is the only other thing I love as much or more would be it's this in movies. What we do for me. So I've grown up with Kobe Bryant, and I've always said he's my number 2, just as far as basketball and everything that's happened with him. Just his whole career. I mean, he's one of those guys, like, I've watched his entire career. We all have, but...
Yeah. I mean, you literally from the beginning. I was a kid. I didn't know what was going on back then,
I remember I remember him in the McDonald's game, in the dunk contest, him and, like, Mike Bibby and Rip Hamilton and a bunch of guys. I think maybe...
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker might have been,
Well, yeah, I mean those rounds, there, with the Spurs and the Suns.
But that whole era, and then that just. But to see him, he put as much dedication into himself becoming a better person after everything that happened with his allegations and stuff. Like, he put as much dedication into becoming a better person, better husband, and better father, as he did to making his game better. And that was always the most impressive thing. I was really upset with him about what happened. I don't want to get into that at all. But to watch him grow as a person the way he did, I was, man, not a Lakers fan at all. I don't like any LA sports, but I loved him.
Yeah.
Loved Kobe Bryant. Always did.
It's crazy. He was only retired for 3 years. He played basketball. Well, at the time he retired, he played basketball longer than he didn't play basketball, because he got drafted at 17 and then he played for 20 years, which is crazy. Yeah. And then what's the thing? Shaq mentioned the thing on TNT where, like, so many of our sports heroes, especially in basketball, like, they're all still here. Yeah. Shaq mentioned that he lives. No, I know. Houses down from Dr. J.
It's the
Jordan's still here. They're also still there.
It's like the newest sport. Like, not very many legends have passed on, like baseball and football and stuff like that.
And we see them. We see them live and get old, and just for this to happen.
I think, like, Bill Russell, it was like the first guy to, like, he won 11 championships, and, like, he's still alive. He's like the longest living legend in the sport. And
right. And I know we got to move on, but just, like, obviously him being his father says some girls as well. I have 3 daughters myself. 2 of them are teenagers. One of them is GD's age, and
that's insane. Like, Sophia, he's like almost the same age as you, and your daughters are like the same age as his daughters.
It's the equivalent of myself and Sophia. Like, that's the first thing I thought, and that's one of my greatest fears is not being there for them. Yeah, and then or losing one of them in this way, and both things happen to him. Yeah. And it's been really tough for me to deal with, honestly. Like I said, I have a tough time getting over it. But I've always, we all probably all followed him on social media or whatever. And I really enjoyed seeing him, how much he loved his girls. You could tell Gigi, I know he loved all his daughters. Absolutely, you could tell she was
the one who was going to, like, play basketball.
She was essentially him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was essentially him. You could tell, like, that was his girl, though. Like, and yeah, it's just been really tough to deal with. But God bless his whole family, all the other families as well,
and everyone for paying the respects like they are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The league, everyone around the world.
It's crazy. I don't remember a tragedy that like everyone like just came together and united and
not necessarily. There's been athletes who died in certain.
And I'm talking about like celebrity type things. I'm talking about other stuff, but
maybe Diana, but even that was
for me. Michael Jackson, 2009.
Michael Jackson was one, but
definitely a big one.
There's obviously a lot of controversy there. But
I mean, there's
it's
the way it
well,
is.
we're definitely going to talk about it more later, for sure.
Check out his Oscar-winning film, Dear Basketball.
Yeah.
It's
and
on
I
YouTube.
just think
it's playing for free now.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah,
I just want to say, if anyone who's feeling sad or pain from this, use that to inspire you. To be a better person. Go, read some of his quotes, watch some of his interviews, and use that to make you a better person and work harder in your life. That's what I'm doing.
Mamba mentality.
Absolutely, yeah. And so moving on, there's no easy way to move on from that, but we're gonna move on to talking about the Arrow finale. We're just gonna discuss this because Arrow has been a big part of at least my TV watching years in the past decade or so. I know, obviously, Jake and Brian are big fans as well. You guys have watched it? Have you watched all of it? I
haven't watched it, no.
Up until season 4.
Yeah. And I was late to Arrow. I didn't watch it when it first aired. I watched the first 2 seasons on Netflix, and I was freaking hooked. Like, oh my goodness. I don't remember, like, getting so much into a show like I did with Arrow when it first came out.
I started in season 2, right in the middle of season 2.
The first 2 seasons are absolutely really incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. And it has up and down since then. But the Arrow finale aired. And Jake, what are your thoughts on it, man?
Cried like a baby, man. I didn't like full on cry, but I definitely teared up. I think Brian knows this, but I'm one of the few people in the world, because it definitely is a minority, that never missed an episode for the past 8 years. And the show got a lot of crap over time. I get that, it had its ups and downs, like Jacob mentioned, but I never ever missed an episode.
Yeah.
And
that's what you do when you like a show.
And I think the finale was exactly what it should have been.
I'm so glad he was in it. I was like, there's no way they can do it without him.
I think the finale was exactly what it should have been. It also shed light on a lot of questions from the Crisis, and as far as characters and
new questions
and results and stuff like that. And it was an incredibly jam-packed episode full of different storylines that all felt like it was supposed to be there for a finale. The Roy and Thea stuff was great, even though it was like literally maybe 2 minutes of footage. It was great.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
You have Moira, and you understand why she's back. You get Tommy in there, which is the perfect addition for the finale. The stuff with Mia and oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Felicity. Mia and Felicity, and how they meet for the first time. It's a big deal, and so I think it was exactly what I was hoping for a finale. It really sucks that it's over.
Malcolm Merlin, they bring him back somehow.
Yeah. Well, and it all has to do with the Crisis. It all has to do with the Crisis and what Oliver did and the things like that. Obviously, the big thing that came from the finale is John Diggle.
Oh my god! I cannot believe that.
I don't know what happened, but one of my friends back home on Facebook just posted a big old Diggle with a bunch of exclamation points.
It was funny. Gosh. So he's doing a voiceover, and it's wrapping up the entire series and going to different characters and when they're all ending up, and it's all very nice, touching moments. And all of a sudden, the one moment that isn't touching, John Diggle literally gets almost blown up. And it happens to be a Green Lantern ring that's coming out of space. And obviously leaving the door open for him in the future in a different show capacity or something. But whether or not that happens, I'm not sure. But it was a cool fan service question because it's been talked about from season 1. I was going to say,
people were saying that for years.
It's been talked about from
he
season 1.
He is Jon Stewart, but just like a reimagined version of him.
Yes, and whether or not that happened, I would love to see it personally. I would love to see him take on.
I hope they do something going forward.
It would be super cool because I love the character of Diggle. But as far as the Arrow stuff and all the characters that were involved, like it was, and that funeral scene was was definitely
It was
hard.
really
Like,
good.
It was really
and
hard.
seeing Barry show it, like the only thing,
and Supergirl.
only thing I wish Deathstroke would have came back somehow, just
Yeah.
a cameo really quick.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Yeah, that was the character I was like, they didn't even acknowledge that. I was kind of surprised that he wasn't even.
And they left
The
off
kid-
on a good point last time they saw each other. Yeah.
But you also understand, like, what if he showed up with all those other characters there?
Yeah.
What it would have meant. You know what
but
I
he
mean?
could have
he
also
killed
been like
Moira.
Killed Moira.
But
and,
do
you
they
know.
remember that though?
That's always the big
Yeah.
question. It could have became muddled if he showed up. I do think that the characters that were there were meant to be there.
That makes sense.
The only character that wasn't there was Moira's husband, that ran the business.
Yeah.
In the first couple seasons.
What happened to him? He didn't
I
die,
don't
did
remember
he?
Walter. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but he played a big part in Oliver's life.
He was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but everybody else that was in there was, I think it was exactly what the finale should have been. Like, you had the sick season 2 flashback of him fighting and killing people in the middle of the episode. Like, it made me instantly want to go back and watch season 2. Like, you see killing Oliver, murdering people, like dozens of people after one after another. And you see Diggle, how he's like conflicted with, him doing it. And it was a really cool series finale. Like, really, really good.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I haven't loved this whole season, but this season finale was great.
Mm-hmm.
And the last shot is amazing. And it's just, that's perfect the way they did it. And I got so stoked on the John Diggle thing. Like,
Me too.
I don't care how, just find a way to continue that story with him. I hope, honestly.
Well, he's going to Metropolis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
He's moving to
gonna be in the
Metropolis.
Superman show.
He's moving.
He's going to be in the Lois and Clark show. They're doing that,
Well, yeah, but does that take place? Will that take place on a different Earth? That's the big question.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So,
But aren't they doing it? Clark and Lois or Lois?
I heard.
yeah, it's not called that. I think it's called something else.
Well,
but
it has both their names
yes,
in it, though.
yeah.
And
with Tyler Hoechlin. Yeah.
So I guarantee you, all those characters who said they're going to Metropolis,
And Black Canary.
they're going to be in.
Black Canary and Diggle are going there.
They're going to be in the Superman show. I guarantee it.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
The Sarah Lance Black Canary or the other one?
The other one. The police chief.
Policeman.
Oh my
Brian,
God,
thoughts
what's her
on
name?
the episode?
Dinah Drake.
Dinah. Well, and she's getting the Green Arrow spinoff too.
That's not official though. That hasn't been
It
picked
probably
up
will
yet.
be.
So,
But no, I enjoyed it. I liked I was starting to get a little worried that they weren't going to show him at all. But then when they did at the end, I was like, okay, they wrapped it up pretty
I was
well.
like, he has to be in the finale.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and they had to answer that question. I forget when it was, where she was like, okay, I'm ready to see him now. To the monitor. And then
which is a really, really cool thing.
yeah. So
You thought it would have been at like Queen Manor or some different city. It was where they first saw each other.
no, not technically.
Yes, it was. The Office.
Oh yeah. That's right.
and I love the little thing they threw in about it. Yeah,
Where he
that
was like,
cool.
yeah. That's right. But yeah, no, I liked it. I liked how it ended it. They really made sure they like wrapped up everything with like a nice bow. That way it was just like, this is done.
Is there any part of you two that want to see a Roy Harper and Thea spinoff
No.
called The Harpers?
Maybe not called that, but
I'm not a Roy fan.
look, I always liked those characters, both of them, and especially, I always liked Thea, but especially when she started training with Malcolm, that she's awesome.
Dude, Roy Harper, like they went full comic accurate. And he's got the robotic arm, man. Arsenal's got the robotic arm, which is full comic accurate.
I liked the way they
Awesome.
wrapped up their ending. I wouldn't mind seeing them. I don't know if I want a full show, but I wouldn't mind seeing them again in one of these other spin-offs or something as side characters, or just pop up in cameos, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. Alrighty, well, that being said, let's move on. But before that, we're going to, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about our podcast channel. So you can find us at Apocaflix Movies on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, and anywhere else you find movie podcasts. You can find this show on there. You can find the Padawan podcast, Nerd Nation, and Casting Table. Please go check that out and find us on your audio platforms. If that's the way you prefer to listen, we would really, really appreciate it. And that would do great for support. And with that being said, Mr. Jake Berlin, what do we have for the news rundown today?
Yeah, it was I struggled to find some topics. It's a little bit of random stuff in here. Not a whole lot was released this week, but we do have some things that we can talk about. earlier this week, to kind of kick off the week, Paramount and Hasbro announced that they're going to be developing 2 new Transformers movies from 2 separate writers. No official word on as far as where they land. One of them is rumored to be maybe in the Bumblebee world or a Bumblebee spinoff. And the other one is, a lot of people are saying, possibly speculating, that it could be based on a story called Beast Wars, which we talked about on Nerd Nation earlier this week.
Really?
Yeah. So whether that's, I don't know if that's true or not. So
You don't want a Beast Wars?
No.
But the second news topic, so Deadpool 3, the writers, they were talking because they just came out with a new film, and they were on an interview with Screen Rant, and they said that they think Deadpool 3 might be under the Fox banner and not the Disney banner. If we want to talk about that, I have the exact quotes, which are a little bit more telling than just that title. Then we have first Birds of Prey reactions were released. The movie comes out next week, and a lot of social media, high-profile people were talking about that on social media. Loki, the series for Disney Plus, the Marvel series, adds Owen Wilson in an undisclosed quote major role. Nothing as far as who he is or where, but that is happening. And finally, the Fast 9 trailer was released yesterday with a ridiculously long and obnoxious concert session. But that is the big trailer of the week. So those are our news topics, boys. What do we want to talk about?
I think we need to talk about WoW.
That's pretty cool.
Lightning McQueen.
I'm sure we're going to talk about the Fast 9 trailer a little bit. But yeah, I do. That was one I was going to go to. I'm a fan of Owen Wilson.
So am I.
Oh, yeah.
I like Owen Wilson. Yeah. I grew up watching Owen Wilson.
They're both great.
His great performance in Anaconda. No, but
What's the remake?
My God.
I love Anaconda, Armageddon.
Yeah, he was in so many.
His best movie's Behind Enemy Lines.
Oh, that's a
was
great
awesome.
That was pretty
That was
good.
awesome, yeah.
And that's
Gene Hackman.
Owen Wilson.
Gene
He
Hackman.
did comedy. He did horror. He did drama.
Yumi and Dupree.
He did a little bit of everything. And
saw that.
I think there was a movie called The Haunted or The Haunting
with Liam
and
Neeson.
He gets like his head ripped off by like a swinging
really?
thing. Like, yeah, it's a horror movie.
Him and Armageddon. He's great in Armageddon.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Shanghai
Come on,
Noon.
Shanghai Noon and Nights.
I love Shanghai
Those
Noon.
movies
That's
are
good
great.
movies.
Oh, Shanghai Noon, the original is awesome.
they're awesome. Man.
Those are
That was
underrated.
fun.
So
That was a fun movie.
I'm a big Owen Wilson fan. Look, they're bringing him into a Loki show, and is the Loki show gonna have like the tone of Thor Ragnarok-ish, or is it just gonna be its own type of thing? I think he'd do play well off Tom Hiddleston. I don't know what the role is, but I'm okay with it. I trust Marvel to do this. They've taken actors who like might not be a good fit in things and then made them work. So I don't want him to be like Wedding Crashers Owen Wilson in this show.
You don't want him to be Jeff Goldblum Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly. But I want, like, he's gonna bring his personality to it, but I just want it to fit. So I'm actually excited about that.
I'm so stoked for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a mini reunion because they were in Midnight in Paris together.
If they don't have WoW, if they don't have him say WoW at any point in this series, I'm not watching it.
How are you gonna know though? What if it's in the finale?
But listen,
I'm gonna be so upset.
He's aware of it.
I'm gonna be so upset.
It's like the Keanu Reeves. Whoa, like he doesn't. He's not gonna do it as much. I don't know if he does it as much.
He needs to say it at least
Keanu
once.
never
They gotta
says
say it
it
at least once. At least once.
I think he will. I think
They
he
need
will.
to.
I'm excited because I feel like Loki's kind of gonna be the show that like is just gonna be like all over the place. Like you can't. There's nothing like. We don't know anything about it other than like he's gonna be probably jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we all kind of have like our set stories with these other ones. It seems like it's like, okay, this is gonna be this. This is gonna be this. This is gonna be this. His kind of just almost seems like you're like, what are they gonna do? Like we have no idea what they're gonna do with this one, and they can literally do anything. That's I think the wild part. So it should be interesting to see what they're gonna pull out. I mean, Loki almost that show seems to be the one that's being talked about right now.
Because he's the most well-known character.
I mean, like this one that everyone keeps talking about out of the Disney, that and probably Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But yeah, I mean, they're already like. They seem to be in the midst of their casting right now because we have him, we have Tom Hiddleston, we have Owen Wilson, which those two big names already. I'm sure they're gonna grab some more. And this is the show that they're rumored to.
No, that's it. It's just gonna be them two.
Yeah, just those two. Just like
entire
Shanghai, where it's
series.
they just travel. And there's already rumors that this is where the first transgender actor or actress is going to be in. So might be.
I thought Eternals wasn't Eternals?
No, that one's gonna be first gay actor.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you're right. That's right.
He's only the third person to officially join the cast, behind Sophia Di Martino, who was in Yesterday. The series is written by the Rick and Morty writer Michael Waldron. And he will serve as the showrunner and write the pilot, but it's being directed by sex education director Kate Herron, which
those
love.
are interesting combinations for a Loki show.
And comicbook.com, who had the exclusive, they said that the sources are telling him Wilson is, quote, bringing a real aw shucks attitude to the role.
Yeah, I saw that quote.
That's
so very interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
I think it can work in a Loki show. Like it wouldn't work in Falcon and Winter Soldier. You know, you wouldn't want him in that. But Loki show, it works.
Like was it like Shazam? Sort of.
Fair enough.
Ish. I don't know if that's the best. That's the only I can think of. Kind of.
Aw shucks is kind of a weird description for me.
That can mean anything, though. That can really mean anything.
Yeah, right.
So.
That really could mean anything.
Anything else we want to talk about? I mean, we have a couple topics here.
Deadpool 3 thing. Okay, so I
Let me bring
read
up the
that.
quotes.
And people are okay.
Taking it out of context?
Yes, very much. Like
So
it's gonna be rated
I'll
R.
read them. So Rhett Reese and Paul Rennick, they were in a conversation with Screen Rant again. And they said, they were asked a question. They said, absolutely, because I don't think it'll be under the Disney banner. They were asked if it'll be rated R. And they said, absolutely, because I don't think it'll be under the Disney banner. Like, I don't think when you go to Deadpool 3, there's going to be a magic castle that appears. I think it's going to be under the Fox banner. So, yes. Every Marvel movie doesn't have
MCU movie doesn't.
They don't have that.
Yeah, right.
So, but it's an interesting conversation. Will they put it under Fox, but include it in the universe to be R-rated to kind of keep that Disney stigma alive?
Well, it's funny because they said Kevin Feige has control of all Marvel properties, right? So would Deadpool 3 be a Marvel Studios production? Which I would say
though.
yes.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But what they have the right to say this doesn't exist in the MCU. They can do that. They can do that.
But Ryan Reynolds said he's working with
and
Marvel.
it's just
I don't think
look at Joker. It's still produced by DC and Warner Brothers. And they're just saying it doesn't exist in the DCEU.
Well,
and that they can do that if they want. I'm not saying I want that. I'm just saying they can do that.
I can't remember the other one, but Winter Soldier was made by Paramount.
Well, that was
produced
before.
by-
That was before the right stuff.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, like,
But that was just distribution.
It's
Paramount, the first phase 1
It was
and
all
parts of
still
phase 2.
Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
It was before
but
Marvel
that's what I'm
Studios was
saying.
bought.
Which is
Like,
Paramount distribution.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what does it matter? Like, it's to me. Like,
Well, no, but because the issue is people think it's not going to be. It's still going to be part of
That's
the
the
separate
question.
Fox universe, and it's
Is
not.
it
No,
in the
it's
MCU?
not.
Ryan
That's the
Reynolds
question.
said maybe not even a month ago that he's working with Marvel Studios.
They're not going to tell us until the movie comes out.
yeah.
So
Is it the Fox Marvel universe dead, pretty much?
I think it is
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much right. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I think he'll kill it in Deadpool 3.
Maybe.
Because remember, he has a time travel device.
Yeah.
I think he's going to blow up the Fox universe.
I would love. I
really
though,
do. It'd be incredible.
That would be pretty funny.
Oh my god, it'd be so amazing.
Well, there is the comic Deadpool kills
the Marvel universe.
Just imagine like him going to kill like Xavier, or he blows up the X Mansion, and they're all in it, like, and that universe is just gone. He finds a way to wipe out the universe.
Fantastic Four.
What if he gets the gauntlet and he wipes out the Fox universe?
I would love.
Oh
to
my
see,
god, it'd be so amazing.
I would love to see him for the Deadpool movie. Like, you know how like they have the classic like the Disney star going over the castle. Him like saying something while that's happening.
Oh, they're
just
going
as
to
a
do
joke.
something like
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't be
Like,
surprised.
They're
I
gonna
don't
play with
know.
a lot.
I
It's
don't
gonna
know if
be fun.
Disney's gonna let.
It's gonna be
would
fun.
let
What if
them
he
do
meets?
that.
What if it's Cable and Thanos? Like he crosses both their paths. somehow.
It's gonna 100% be a thing where he crosses the paths with Thanos, and he's gonna be like, "Aren't you
look just
Cable?
like
Is it your
You
voice?
sound really familiar.
Yeah.
Or aren't you
Something
Josh
like
Brolin?"
He calls him Thanos in the movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
right. So,
yeah,
that was interesting.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. That's what I'm saying. People are just.
Although, like that, killing the whole universe would be smart because A, that's a comic. Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. B, that's a perfect way for him to just
So
jump.
good, so
Yeah,
good.
right,
Just
right.
like people would eat that up for him. Deadpool just to kill the whole entire Fox universe.
That's one way you get, maybe you get Hugh Jackman back in one time. You get Xavier and Magneto back, and you just blow it all up.
There's this one comic.
Maybe that's
where,
what Patrick Stewart was meeting with Kevin Feige about.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's this comic where he gets sent back in time to, it's hilarious. Right, he goes back into one of the original issues from Spider-Man, like his original run.
Mm-hmm.
Like he actually gets back into that issue.
Oh wow!
And he's trying to figure out a way to get back.
I do want to see him and Spider-Man together.
And,
somehow.
yeah,
that's
they
what I,
have to
that's
do
what
that.
I
Yes.
really want. Which is interesting because it's a Sony thing. So
I would love for
Yeah.
him to just, you know, that scene at the end of Into the Spider-Verse where they're all like pointing at each other. I would love to see like Deadpool and like the
Deadpool in
cartoon
there.
like that.
But the other one, there's that meme of him. If they're gonna use a meme of him doing the like,
Yeah.
figure out a way to work that in. That'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, should we talk about the Fast 9 trailer? It's kind of the big one.
Before we do Transformers, just don't have Michael Bay anywhere near it.
no, he
Oh,
won't.
And it will be
Yeah.
fine.
After the success of Bumblebee critically,
Yeah,
they know what to do. Hopefully, they know what to do going forward.
Yeah.
that's all.
No,
Agreed.
so remember when I said on the group chat, I said I could care less about this Fast 9 trailer. Remember I said that?
Mhm.
This trailer's awesome.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's so
And I
good.
said that before I watched it, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
I was not excited for this movie at all.
I didn't even know it was coming out
Same
this
way.
year.
And-
Same thing.
And Justin Lin is back, right? Or is that his name?
He directed 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so that's why.
Wait, he's directing this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. Like
It looks.
it proved me wrong. I thought I was like gonna really not give a crap about this movie, and I love the brother because the thing with John Cena being his brother, it ties into the whole family theme of the whole series. And look, this is all good dumb fun. That's
Yes.
all it is.
You know what to expect
ridiculously
going in.
awesome.
You know exactly what to expect going in, and they're not jumping the shark to a point where you think it's the stupidest thing on earth, like they did with 8.
Well, they can't do anything more ridiculous
No,
than
it
they've
is.
already
It
done.
No, there's not a moment where someone bare hand touches a torpedo and moves
Okay,
it away
they
from them.
catch
There's
a
not
ball.
that
Someone
moment.
catches the car, though.
Jake,
There's not that moment.
The car doing an Indiana Jones thing is pretty.
That's
We don't know what's going to end
ridiculous.
up like.
That's ridiculous.
We don't know what's
No,
going to
look.
end up like. Jumping cars between towers in Dubai is ridiculous
Go
too.
above and beyond.
A
just
car
take-
is driving up a rope bridge.
You know what? So what? The torpedo thing was stupid.
The shark was jumped several movies ago.
But they're jumping
But
the shark in a way that makes sense in the universe.
the safe swinging through the city. We're long past that point. So they're getting 13-year-old boys to come up with ideas for these movies, for stunts for these movies. There's
I
no
need a
question.
car to like mid-air transform into a spaceship and then fly into space. That's what I need.
The magnet.
That's what I want.
The scene. What's her name? Michelle
Charlize Theron?
Rodriguez gets. What happens to her? Something happens where she lands on the roof. The car catches her. Vin Diesel's car.
when he hits
Michelle
the
Rodriguez.
Hits
motorcycle.
him- yeah, the motorcycle.
Yeah.
She flies off.
Lands perfectly on.
I was like, "What are you doing?" That cracked me
I'm
up, man.
1000% on board for
Here's the
this.
thing. Here's the thing, though. I've never seen any of these movies in a theater. Never.
You're going to go see this.
I'm going to go see this.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
I want
are.
to see this one. This
It
will be the
looks
first one I
fun.
see in the
It
theater.
looks fun. Gio, you're
You're awfully
usually
quiet
the
over
fast enthusiast. Like for you, it's DC and Fast and Furious. Like what's going on?
I'm not buying this trailer.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day.
Fast and Furious is that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he loves
Yeah.
these. He loves
100%.
Fast.
Why?
The
I didn't
know
franchise.
that.
It was until this trailer.
This one broke him. This is the one that broke him.
I mean, of course.
How are we the ones excited
This
about
trailer
this?
is awesome.
Of course, John Cena is his damn brother. I could
I
tell
know,
that from
right?
the
But-
start.
but
and then,
I cracked up. As soon as they said
doing-
that, of course he
They're doing
is.
the damn Marvel thing where they bring back these characters and then
We don't know how he's
alive.
alive. We don't know.
What the hell?
We don't
just like,
know.
I know how he's alive. Brixton, Idris Elba's company.
he found him and did that. And
Yeah, maybe.
I will say one thing: that the first interaction between Jason Statham and Han, if that does happen,
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
that's
curious to see
interesting.
what that-
Statham and Rock won't be in this.
No,
I
they're
doubt it.
they're
They
going
won't
to
be
live
this.
in their own world.
It says justice is coming at the end of the trailer because the justice for Han thing was
Yes,
like a huge
yes,
trending
yes.
thing on Twitter.
Look, Sung Kang, like, hell yes.
He looks.
And he's back in his OG car from Tokyo Drift. Like, he's eating the chips. He's doing his thing.
I hate killing characters and bringing them back. It depends how they execute it, but he looks cool.
He's awesome. And you have Lucas Black in there from Tokyo Drift as well, right? I mean, Justin Lin's kind of righting all the wrongs that he did
I was
with the
asking,
past
but yeah,
movies.
right.
Tokyo
Are they gonna
Drift
bring
is-
Bow Wow back? Are they gonna bring back
Yeah.
Bow Wow?
You gotta bring Bow Wow back. You gotta bring Bow Wow back.
the lead of Tokyo Drift to be on the team,
So do I.
full-fledged
So do I.
part of the team.
Yes.
Like,
Tokyo,
Yes.
Tokyo
Yeah.
Drift is like the guilty pleasure of these
Well,
ones. Where
it's-
it's like
I-
people
it's
don't ever want to
terrible.
admit that they
It's
like
I
it.
hope at some point that they go back to the racing aspect. I really, because that's what I want from this franchise. But I don't.
No, listen.
I don't think
Jake,
it will.
That's long gone.
Yeah,
It's long
Jake.
gone.
People are
long gone.
turning into
It's not-
Black
that's what I want.
Superman. And
They've got the cars still. They're in the jungle.
Hey,
jumping
I'll
off
say
of
one thing, man.
cliffs.
John Cena looks awesome in this movie.
He does.
He looks. And the car he's driving,
that blue.
prime.
Yeah.
Just wait for the reboot, Jake. They'll go back to car racing.
They're not going to reboot it. They're going to make like 40 of them.
Okay, we're gonna have.
They'll never reboot it.
We're gonna have. It's like.
Yeah, they will.
It's like the Kids Bop. Now it's gonna be Fast and Furious 47.
That's what I call music.
It'll
be Fast and Furious.
They're already at like 80 something.
This movie's going to make so much money too.
Tyler
It's going to be
Perry's invincible.
ridiculous. It's going to be
He can beat
ridiculous.
Superman.
I don't remember the
Not a
last time I
single
was
scratch.
so negative about a movie, and the trailer completely changed my mind. It's crazy.
I literally completely forgot this whole entire movie was
So
being
pumped.
made.
So
B is
pumped.
coming out this year. Like
And there's supposed to be a 10th one, right? Now, what didn't we hear about Keanu Reeves and like?
He's supposed to be in this.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, he's supposed
okay,
to be
I
in
thought the
this.
next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Interesting. All right. Well, moving on to a segment that we inserted into this show called
Gio's
"Haven't
not
Seen
moved.
What." It's our movie challenge show where we
I forgot about this.
people get challenged to watch movies by us. We changed the way we do it now. We used to have the last person who was challenged chooses the next person and chooses the movie. Now we're doing everyone who is not challenged, obviously, is putting a movie into a bowl. This bowl right here, you see the bowl.
I need to
the
like bedazzle and make it like the bowl of choice,
yeah.
like our own wheel.
And then so they all four have put in a movie that I haven't seen, and we have a spreadsheet and everything that has a list. So that's how it works. This week, Brian was challenged to watch GalaxyQuest, a movie that we were so shocked he hasn't seen, but we don't know yet, but we thought he would love. So Brian, take
And
it
it was
away.
not rigged, by the way. Everyone who said it was rigged was
I'm
not
just kidding.
rigged.
It was the best choice, to be honest. Well, I wanted to watch all those movies.
All of them.
It was the best choice.
I want to know the other three.
We're not gonna tell you.
So
We're not gonna
bad.
tell you.
So bad.
But Brian, take it away, man. What did you think of Galaxy Quest?
So when I picked, I was like, please don't give me something like one of those long,
Like 12
slow-
Years a Slave.
The other three were long, slow.
Of course they were.
No,
I
they
knew.
weren't. They weren't. They
Or
weren't.
like, what's that one you've been trying to get me to watch?
There's a dozen of those.
It's an. I can't think of the name.
Infomaniac.
No, not that one. You keep saying that.
Shia LaBeouf, your boy, man.
Yeah.
Breakout performance. in
Oh
that.
God.
I'll hard pass on that one. No pun. Ew. But when I saw it was Galaxy Quest, I was like, yes, because this is like one of those movies that I've wanted to see for a long time, but it like slips your mind that you haven't seen it and you haven't. So this like forced me to watch it. That movie is so freaking funny. That movie was so. I will watch anything Alan Rickman is in. He's probably
This is one of my
my
favorite
favorite
roles.
Mhm.
actor ever. Maybe I'll even throw that up far. But it's so ridiculous because it's so like anytime they're in like the GalaxyCon or convention stuff, I'm just sitting there like, this is exactly how this is going on in probably real life, where they're just like they maybe hate each other or something like that. And then the alien species are just the squid ones. Ridiculous how they talk. Like it's my god. It was what I was hoping it would be. And I know there's a huge following for this. They just released that, what was a documentary or something?
Yeah.
With it.
The question is it the best Star Trek movie?
Listen. Okay. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I hear what people are saying with that, but it's not a Star Trek movie.
Oh, it's a Star Trek movie.
It's not. It's not. It's absolutely that whole culture is. It definitely has reverence for that culture, and that, but it's not as much of a spoof as people. It's like the Lego Batman movie. Like you can
it's
tell,
a parody.
You
It
can
is
tell
a parody,
the people. No, it definitely is.
Yeah.
But you can tell that people have love and respect for that.
It's kind of a love letter to
Right.
For me, I kind of think spoof and parody are different things. Like Scary Movie is a spoof. This is a parody in a way.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a good.
It's more of like a love letter, poking fun, but
Sure.
a love letter
Yeah.
to those things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's done with love.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people in this movie
Yes.
that have either had like stuff come from it, and I was like, oh, there's that person. oh, there's that person, and I was surprised.
It's such a great name too, GalaxyQuest. Like you could make a whole franchise off that name.
Well, I love that it's that they were on a TV show and then they have to do it in real life, and Tim Allen's the captain. And
because they were just like that. The Star Trek cast was just like that with each other too. There was they all were annoyed with Kirk. It was the Shatner with him hogging a spotlight a little bit too much and being too much of a kind of a diva. And then there was a couple of characters that were like, okay, I'm really tired of this. Like, I can't move on from this.
Alan Rickman was like trying to quit seven times.
There was somebody that Nimoy was a little bit like that for a while, and so
he's like, I'm not saying the line again. I'm not saying the line again.
Oh yeah.
You had a young Justin Long in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, my favorite, other than probably Alan Rickman, was Sam Rockwell though.
He's so good.
So good. He is so
the fan.
Funny.
I need to rewatch this, man. It's been a while for me.
He falls in love with the alien, right?
I saw it in the theater.
No, Tony Shalhoub.
I think I did too when I was a kid.
God, I forgot Tony Shalhoub's in this.
Yeah, I used to watch this movie all the time.
goodness.
I love the way his prosthetics keep.
Yeah.
Who, Alan Rickman?
Yeah.
And by the end of the movie, it's just like
There's also this movie also reminds you how absolutely gorgeous Sigourney Weaver is.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Like,
I
how
literally kept.
absolutely
It's so
gorgeous she
funny
is.
because I knew it was her, but I literally probably 2 or 3 times checked my phone and go like, that's not her.
Yeah.
And it obviously says it's there, and I'm like, no, that's not her. Like I must have looked on the wrong one. I'm like, that was full on her. But the cast was really good in it. Sam Rockwell's just like, he's like, I'm expecting to die at any time because I was the extra that died. Or like the ridiculousness of how they made the ship exactly how the replica was, and when him and Tim Allen's character and Sigourney Weaver have to go through the walls that are smashing, they're like, who does this? And like, well, it was a TV show, and we're like, this is stupid. It was good. I was really happy with the choice because this is one of those movies that like I really wanted to watch. I just never did. And,
I think it was a good call with Gio. Was it you? I think.
No, it was me.
It was you. Okay.
Yeah.
We all like seconded it.
Yeah, sure.
Gio chose our own movie.
Yeah.
Each choice, and we're not going to tell you what they are. I want to do a thing where you watch all of ours because you need to see all of them. Honestly, each one. But,
I know I'm the easiest one because you have such a wide range. You literally can pick anything.
Yeah.
I think this is the most like we knew he was gonna love it.
It's the most Brian movie.
Exactly.
It's the most Brian movie. Yeah.
This what was that? Is it No Time for Old Men? Is
No
that
Country for Old Men?
No. Oh no, it was something else. I don't know.
No, it's the
movie you
oil
said?
one. What's the oil one?
Deepwater Horizon?
No, with oh my gosh, Daniel Day-Lewis.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
That's the one you keep trying to get me to watch. I was just like, I was literally like, please don't let this one be what I choose. Please don't.
It was picked at random. Just like Jacob will be picking at random right now.
Yes. Oh man.
Yes.
The bowl. Got it right here.
Each of us have a movie in there.
Keith has to hold it, and
Each of us have a movie in there, and he's just going to pick one at random, and this is the choice he has to watch this week.
No idea.
Oh.
Man. All right.
There you go.
I literally cut those things symmetrically perfect. Wrote it.
May the force be with me.
I really hope you pick mine. The Jacob movie.
All right. Okay, here it is.
Oh man.
Look, I'm going to show you guys on the camera before I look at it.
And he just looked at it.
I don't know what it is.
Yes. Snatch.
Yes. Oh yes. Perfect.
That's
Gio's?
Gio's. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So I've been wanting to watch this, especially after the hype off the Gentleman.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, I told you.
So I am so happy I chose this
I believe
one.
it's on Netflix.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure I watched it on
been
Netflix.
for a while.
Yeah, it's been up there for a while.
Is this the other Guy Ritchie?
This is the Guy Ritchie one with
It was
Brad
like
Pitt
an
for early
one,
2000s.
early Guy
I think it
Ritchie
was.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
You
Perfect.
will love it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're
I'm
gonna
so
love this,
excited
yeah.
because I love Guy Ritchie movies, and especially The Gentleman is like I'm still thinking about.
This
that
might
movie.
be the most Guy Ritchie.
I was going to
movie.
say this is the template.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
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 So
Brad Pitt and Desert Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I don't know if I'm gonna love it or not, but I might just go buy it on Blu-ray and watch it.
You might want to
have
put
it.
you might want to put the subtitles on. It's hard to understand sometimes.
Is it, like, with
It's
the
super
British
heavy accents. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
British,
Interesting.
Irish,
Like full on accents. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that.
Which is why it's the most Guy Ritchie movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I can't wait. So next week I will be giving my thoughts on Snatch, and I will
Can't
be
wait for that.
challenging somebody else. So it's going to be fun. All right, real quick before we close out the show, please go check out our other shows on this YouTube channel. The Padawan Podcast. We just shot a really fun episode where we drafted our team we had a budget. We drafted our team to who would we send to go take down Palpatine in his prime. So go check out that episode and the Padawan Podcast. Check out Nerd Nation, where we talk about comic book movies and TV shows and things like that. And also check out the casting table. Our last episode was for the Disney's Hercules. That was really fun. So go check out all of our shows. We would really, really appreciate it. And to wrap up the show,
Can I plug a thing really fast?
Sure.
Just we posted, Jake did a great job. He posted the
Close Up.
The close
Apocalypse Origins.
yes.
You posted? I just missed that.
Great. I listened to it.
Yeah, we did a podcast in the car on our way to LA a couple weeks ago.
I meant to ask,
Yeah,
do you have that picture of the three of us at the Batman v Superman premiere?
it's somewhere.
I want to put that as a thumbnail.
I have it. Yeah.
I want to put that. I haven't been able to think of a thumbnail, but I want that as a thumbnail.
that's
I already
perfect.
mentioned that on there.
Yeah, so send me that, and I'll put that as a thumbnail.
Perfect.
It's on audio, and it's on there. It's an
How
hour
dare
long.
He'd leave us out.
It's called The Origins of
We'll take our own
Apocalypse
pictures.
movies.
I mean, it's the crazy story of how
It's great. It's so good, man.
Apocalypse
It's so
movies,
good. It's so good. Well done, the guys with the
audio sounds
storytelling.
great too.
Yeah, that was-
and you
that
can
was
tell
great.
the kick in between the phone and the recorder.
But it's good.
But they
Seamless.
sound good.
It's totally
Yeah,
seamless.
yeah,
You did a great job.
Even
man.
when
Seriously.
I called in?
Yes. Oh, it's
Oh
perfect.
no! When you call in, it sounds great.
It's perfect.
It legitimately sounds like a phone call.
Yeah.
like it's perfect.
Yeah. It's really good. I'm telling you, it's one of the best things we've done.
I think we're gonna have to do more
awesome.
car episodes. That was quite fun.
Yeah,
It was, and just hearing in the background that you can tell we're in a car, it was just it added something to it.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
If there's
Hey,
anything,
your audio device is incredible.
if there's
the
anything,
audio sounded amazing.
if there's
Our voices.
anything that I want our fans to watch or listen to, like that's it, because it's what this is
It was
about.
so-
You
it was
get
so
why
natural.
this
Right.
happens.
Right. So, and I just want to tell people, definitely listen or watch it because it's on YouTube as well.
Share
And
that baby.
Share it,
everything.
And you know
yeah.
what? Tell us your origins as well. How you found Apocaflix. Maybe you put that in the comments and let us know.
yeah.
Let us know your origin story.
We
How
read
you
the
found
comments on the
us.
show. So
And yeah, absolutely. So
Don't worry, Keith. We're in pre-production for a Harry Potter podcast for you and Brian. So
sweet. Yeah,
Potheads.
that'll be ours.
that's not. Look, Jake has to greenlight it first, but I think
I'm
that's
not
fun for
greenlighting
you
that
guys.
name. Not greenlighting that name.
It's just the show. Just the show.
Green light it.
All right, and please, when you go check out those videos, please don't forget to leave some comments. We really appreciate it. You might see your
Jake,
comments
turn around.
on Apocaflix now at the very end. Brian collects comments over there. I guess the comment corner moves
On his brand new phone.
Comment
thank
couch.
you.
It's comment couch.
The
today.
comment couch.
Comment
Ooh.
couch?
Yeah, it's comment corner and then it's comment
Yeah, when
couch.
he's sitting here, it's
Wherever
the
he
comment
is.
corner, because he's in a corner, you know.
Yeah.
But Brian, we read 5 comments on our show, so please comment. You might see it on the show. Brian, what do we got this week?
Yes. So it was quiet, very quiet until Fast and the Furious dropped. So pretty much a lot of that is coming from Fast and the Furious. But one of them was from Danny Debach that said for the original Rise of Skywalker teaser trailer, I love this movie. The ending was epic ending. So, which, yes.
It was for me.
We
It
agree.
was for me. He commented on our original one that Brian and I did live.
Okay.
Watching X Celebration.
Yeah.
For
that one. That's right.
Because
That's right.
because I like the movie the most. It was definitely epic for me. So I totally see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So I know that everyone feels a little bit different, but yeah,
that's
I'm with you,
fine,
man.
yeah.
I'm with you.
No, I appreciate it more with time, and I still, and it's like hearing other people outside of us talk about it makes me appreciate it, because my brother, he went and watched it again, and he doesn't go to the movies multiple times. He went and watched it again. He's like, I love this movie. He's like, I think it's my favorite, and I'm like, that is awesome, because that's the diversity of Star Wars fans. We all have different tastes, so I appreciate this commenter's opinion.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Another one from Kevin Bergen. He said this was in regards to last week's Apocaflix now. He said, totally agree about 1917 being obviously how much we liked it. Saw it twice. One of the best movies I've ever seen. Marriage Story was great too. And what's with Brie Larson hate from so many fans? She's awesome.
Agreed.
And I'm excited for Captain Marvel too.
I don't understand why people
Agreed.
Why do you not like Brie Larson? I don't. She's fine. She's nice.
She's better than fine. I mean, she's great.
Oh, no, she's great. That's what I mean. But she's like.
But I see what you're saying.
There's nothing wrong with like,
I don't understand.
Their masculinity is threatened by
plus she's a Sacramento native.
Female character. That's what it is. That's what it is. But yes, 1917 is freaking incredible. Marriage Story is absolutely incredible. I wouldn't be. Those might be the two front runners for Best Picture, to be honest. And then Brie Larson's awesome, and I'm excited for Captain Marvel 2 as well.
Yeah. And then now we're in the Fast and the Furious category because
I have one to add too, if you don't want to say one of yours. So
okay. Jared Xavier said. This is from our trailer, Jake and I reacting. Jake at one point said, we were talking about the title of the movie, and he said, F9 whatever. It is a great title. Just because at this point, it's so ridiculous.
I couldn't even
find at the moment,
it's Fast and Furious 9.
Well, I think it's Fast 9.
So no,
but the logo is F9. Yeah. That's what it is.
So I've seen, the trailers call it Fast and Furious 9.
That's fine. That's fine. I told Brian on they could literally could have called it 9.
That's why we're debating it.
They literally could have called it 9, and you know what the movie is.
Exactly.
What was the Justice saying again? Because I thought
Justice for Han. It said Justice is coming at the end.
That's what. See, I thought that was.
Yeah, it said Justice. Oh, really? Justice is coming.
Oh my god,
that's good.
That would have been hilarious.
That's not a bad title.
F9, Justice is coming.
I mean, look, you can call it F9, Fast and Furious 9. You can call it whatever. You know what the movie is. You don't need a. You don't need a title. Just put a space bar. You don't even need a title for the movie.
And now they're calling it the Fast Saga.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because there's 9 of them. I mean, that makes sense. So.
Right. Yeah. It's F9 whatever. That's,
I like that.
Yeah. Right. That's good. And someone else. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Antoine Bell. Can't wait for this movie. Han and Sean is back. They should bring back Giselle.
Is that Gal Gadot?
Yeah.
Her
and Han kind of go hand in hand.
Her character died though, right?
Well,
she flew out of an airplane.
No, well, so
didn't she fall off a?
No. So the way there was a battle on an Amtrak. Or not an Amtrak, a tarmac.
The airplane that was trying to take off for 4 miles.
The car was underneath the wing, and she jumped off the car to shoot someone to save Han.
Yeah.
So she fell backwards, and they never showed her body. So she could have easily survived the fall because it wasn't like it was literally
survive.
At this point, she's gonna survive.
It was literally out of the trunk of a car. She just fell, and they were going 70 miles an hour. That's the only thing that was going on.
Good luck paying her now.
This was a plane that was trying to take off.
But the plane was still on the ground. What I'm saying is
150 miles an hour.
Okay, fine, same thing.
Big giant cargo plane.
All I'm saying is that's what happened. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we were talking.
She certainly could have survived.
It's a flesh wound.
Could landed right on.
She could have landed on a mattress because they were doing.
She's gonna come back with a small scar.
If they bring her back, good for Gal Gadot's agent, who's gonna cash out on that paycheck.
Yeah,
if they bring her
Fast
back.
and Furious now and Wonder Woman.
We were saying Eva Mendes' character should be back too.
Well, I don't think they would bring her back because she was connected to Paul Walker.
That's true.
That's right. She was. That's right.
Well, and his wife is there. Like it would be. Weird.
I know that she had a connection with Tyrese, but it was more so with Paul Walker. So.
And Gio said bring back Ja Rule.
They're gonna they're gonna Betty Ross.
No, you know who you can bring back? Who was in Too Fast, Too Furious? He was one of the racers in the very beginning. Michael Ealy.
Hey, he wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
But bring back Sookie while you're at it.
So, right. I remember her. Her car.
The pink car.
Yeah.
Who's that Asian rapper who was popular when Fast 2 came out, and he was in the movie?
Jin,
yeah. Jin back.
I want to see Don Omar and Tega Gadon.
Just bring back all of them.
The
two Jamaican dudes.
Yeah, Jamaican.
They were in. Which one were they in?
Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious was where they in.
Fast 10
they killed
is going to be
Statham.
like Endgame with every movie
comes
in
back.
Remember when Statham died? Or no, Vin Diesel died in Fast and Furious 8?
Statham.
Statham died in Fate of the Furious.
They're
the ones who killed him, but
everything just is so muddled.
Oh my god!
When he saved
The continuity is way worse than X-Men.
Diesel's
way
baby.
worse.
I mean, it's
Yes.
true.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's talking about Justice for Han and everything. Look, yes, Jason Statham did some bad stuff, his character, but he was redeemed when he saved Vin Diesel's baby.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
good.
He saved Baby Brian.
That's
Yeah.
literally the best scene.
Like,
in
Owen
all
Shaw
these
back too,
movies.
Yes, and he's sliding the baby.
All
The
these
baby's got
movies.
headphones
Yes.
on.
Isn't it
Owen
him
Shaw.
and Luke, and Luke Evans?
Luke Evans.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're brothers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think
And
he's
Luke
back.
Evans is alive.
He's back.
Is he?
He's
He's alive.
alive.
Yeah.
He was in Hobbs and Shaw, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, he was in Furious 7. No, Faded Furious at the end.
That's what it was. Okay.
When the two went to go rescue in the plane.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Gotcha. And then the very last one, of course, still in this topic. The Fate and the Furious was bad. Are you on something? It was one of the best in the franchise,
Oh my
but not
goodness,
the
no,
best.
no.
The only subpar Fast and Furious movie was Tokyo Drift because it wasn't about the core family in the series. Anyhow, I mean, whatever, dude. And then we get
Who's he talking to?
Wait.
Me.
And he says, "Great reaction, though."
Oh,
So-
okay.
Fate and Furious is the worst
that
one.
was, that's a respectable
Okay.
call.
Oh, yeah.
Arguing
Respect
against
your
you.
comment.
I didn't
It's
give
the
you-
worst of the
wait, I didn't give
franchise.
it a shout out to the name Confident Actor 79.
Confident Actor 79. Hey, thank you for the comment.
That's healthy
Awesome.
debate.
It's the worst movie.
Absolutely.
No. That breakout prison scene with The Rock and Statham, that was amazing.
There's good moments of the movie. It's the worst movie of the franchise.
Charlize Theron is
She was incredibly
It's not the worst
underused in
one. It's
that
not the
movie.
worst
Yeah, it is.
prison, but still gets a stylish bob haircut.
She got a 90s bowl cut. She looks like Lloyd.
She's in a supermax prison, and they're like, "We'll get you in."
Any one of those first three
Spoiler.
ones are the worst ones because they were, especially the first one, they were trying to be good. In
The first one's awesome.
no,
the first one.
Which
These ones, these new ones, they're more
The
self-aware.
very first one, The Fast and the
This is what I'm
Furious.
saying.
The first one is straight up.
These ones, they're more
The
self-aware.
first one is straight up Point Break.
It is
Exactly.
I don't care. It's,
And they were-
Point Break Cars is awesome.
Here's
No,
the thing.
it is. It
But what
is.
I'm saying is, in the first one, they were being serious. These ones are not being serious.
I'm cool with it.
The
Dude,
first one, they were
Race
being serious,
Ra-
and it was like this
the
is
whole franchise is based off
ridiculous.
of Brian O'Connor
The
giving him the keys at the
ridiculous
end.
dialogue.
Come on.
I live my
Tokyo Drift
life.
is the worst one.
I live
to
my
be
life a
honest.
quarter mile at a time.
But not anymore. He doesn't live at a quarter mile at any time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
he said
anymore.
right at the
Calling
beginning.
back from line, ridiculous lines.
Like
in
it
the
or
first
not, the
movie.
first Fast and the Furious has kind of became like a.
It's a cult movie.
Oh, no, it is.
It's like a
1000%.
classic.
It's funny
movie.
because
It's bad.
The first one is almost
funny.
like in a bubble where it's like untouchable. No one talks about
Oh,
it.
good
because
Lord.
it's-
This
it's
is
the
why
first
I
one.
love Keith's
And then
opinion,
the rest
because,
of them,
look,
they're just
we
like,
were
whatever.
all kids when we watched this, right? So we,
Oh, yeah.
we were
Yeah, right.
watching it from a
Right.
kid perspective.
Yeah, right.
I can imagine as an adult watching it, and you're just
what is
actually
this
like, you
nonsense?
know what a good and bad movie is, so it's different.
The racing scenes are incredible. I love all
I
the
say
cars.
it's Tokyo Drift is the worst one.
I have one comment to add. This was over Instagram actually, and Brian and I went to Mandalorian trivia a week ago.
Oh yeah.
And we met a guy there who builds cosplay costumes, and he built this.
Austin Legay. That's
So
his name.
his Instagram name is A.Legay Cosplay. Make sure you guys go follow that because he makes some great stuff. But yeah, he made a Mandalorian helmet that was there. We met him, and he responded to our casting table that I put up on the channel, and he said Chris Pratt hands down to play Hercules.
Nice.
So that was his choice.
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's a good call.
Yeah, Keith, I don't know if you have anybody, or Gio, you guys have anybody to play Hercules?
Gio
You
was
cast
here.
Hercules?
Gio
you
was
were
here, yeah.
Oh, that's right, you did. Keith, do you have anybody that you would cast as a
Have you
as a
seen that
Hercules?
Disney Hercules?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
It's really good. It's a good one.
So the ones that we
Well,
go ahead.
I was gonna say Cena. I think would be pretty good.
Oh,
As the fully
As the older
adult
one, yeah.
movies,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
I didn't even think he didn't even cross my mind.
No.
He'd be funny. He's a funny guy.
Can you
Who
imagine
were-
him doing the singing scene?
Oh my god.
It wouldn't be him singing.
That's true.
Oh,
Real quick, I know that you said that Zac Efron hadn't sang in High School Musical, right?
No.
He sang in The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah,
So he does have a singing
I know
voice.
he can sing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
he's
what
in that, huh?
Yeah. I wanted to,
Thank you, Jake. I was feeling. Brian made me feel stupid. Thank you.
On the Fast 9. Did anybody see Scotty Swift?
Oh no! Was he in it? Did you catch him?
I was.
Well,
I was
he's
gonna say-
attached to Kurt Russell though.
That's right. I forgot about those two.
Kurt Russell he's like
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Nobody.
Nobody,
Mr. Nobody.
yeah.
Yeah.
For a 3.5-minute trailer.
He's in it. He's got to be in.
Because
Yeah,
they,
I know, right?
They really tried to force. That's the one thing I
I did not like about Fate of Furious. They really tried to force him in there. Just,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They got enough team members. It's fine.
do they? I mean, do they?
I don't know.
Everyone's going to be in the next one. 10. Anyone that's ever been on the screen.
Was that Jordana
Show.
Brewster piloting the ship that caught Dom?
No, that was
that was
Charlotte
Charlotte
Theron.
Theron.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
she's working for the good guys now.
No, John
No.
Cena's the bad guy, dude.
They're teaming up to
She
beat.
caught John Cena.
Oh, she caught John Cena.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They're teaming up to beat
Diesel was the one
the
that
rope.
Swung on a rope with his car.
Yes, because the car has something that caught the rope, so it's gonna swing and land
Bro,
on the.
I love how
I
they
don't care.
They,
Give it
in
to
the, while they're
Give it to
swinging
me.
from the car, they're just like
Yeah, they're sitting there like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. They're just like
so
chilling.
quiet.
That's the
I'd
one
be
thing that's odd about that
screaming my
scene.
head off.
Oh, I know. He's just sitting there like what?
It's cool at all times. Or that car has the jet engine from the other one, and it's gonna fly around.
Dude, the DeLorean, the Pontiac.
Okay, I don't know.
Pontiac,
I might jump on your train if the cars start flying.
No, he's over here like this, like that, like that's gonna do something while you're flying.
They're
like,
gonna have jetpacks. Just watch.
That's ridiculous.
Just
Who
watch.
cares?
jet boots.
Who cares?
Jet boots.
Come on, he's fun. Like he said, he's gonna go see it in theaters. We finally got him to see a Fast and Furious
Hey,
movie in
we
theaters.
saw Hobbs and Shaw in the
D-box. This is one to see in D-box.
That was pretty fun.
This is
not
one to
gonna
see in
lie.
D-box for sure.
All right. Well, on that note, that's gonna wrap up Apocaflix now. We got Brian Avellino over there on the couch with Mr. Gio Ramos, Jake Berlin, Keith Barnes, and I'm your host, Jacob Bartley. Thank you for watching this show. As always, please leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll definitely consider the Apocaflix Now comments for sure to be read on the next episode. I think that makes a lot of sense, as long as they're good and respectable. But also, subscribe to us, hit that like button, go check out our podcast formats. We really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We will see you all next time.
Okay, you guys are good.
I know, right? If Jake doesn't do it, I'm
If I could do that Harloff thing, he always
was that
does.
live?